When we talk about protagonists in the world of cultivation novels, Xiao Yan is one of the few who can truly be called a humanoid bug, a man blessed with both talent and outrageous luck. His rise to power wasn't just about hard work. It was a combination of seizing every opportunity, overcoming impossible odds, and turning crises into stepping stones. And the period from Dou Zun to Dou Sheng highlights this perfectly. At just 27 years old, Xiao Yan broke into the Dou Zun realm. To put this into perspective, most geniuses in the Central Plains would still be struggling at the Dou Wang or Dou Huang stage at this age, and only the most monstrous of talents could hope to touch the Dou Song level. But Xiao Yan, the man destined to stand at the peak of the continent, had already stepped into a realm where few even dared to dream. From here, the story of his rise became nothing short of legendary. Now, how exactly did he make this meteoric leap? Let's go step by step. After becoming a one-star Dou Zun, Xiao Yan didn't waste time on normal cultivation. While others secluded themselves for decades, even centuries, painstakingly building their foundations, Xiao Yan immediately dived into secret realms and major opportunities. His first stop? The Dragon Emperor's inheritance. Not only did he obtain the legacy of a powerful figure, but he also gained 3 priceless Dou Sheng bone marrow capsules. This treasure was beyond imagination for normal cultivators, something that could allow a Dou Zun to directly elevate their foundation. With this, Xiao Yan jumped from 1-star Dou Zun to 2-star Dou Zun in a flash. While still digesting this power, fate delivered him yet another opportunity. The Hua sect crisis erupted, and Nalan Yanren sought his aid. Xiao Yan not only resolved the Hua sect's troubles, but also stayed there in seclusion. During this time, he confronted one of the greatest challenges in his journey, taming the bone spirit cold fire. For any ordinary person, absorbing this strange flame was akin to suicide. The bone spirit cold fire was ranked second among the heavenly flames, a terrifying existence. But Xiao Yan wasn't ordinary. With Yao Lao's help in removing the previous seals, Xiao Yan achieved the impossible. What should have been a life-or-death struggle became an unprecedented power boost, and his cultivation surged directly to 4-star Dou Zun. And just like that, Xiao Yan's cultivation speed left the entire continent dumbfounded. Where others bled and sweated for minor breakthroughs, Xiao Yan advanced as if the heavens themselves were paving his road. But this was only the beginning. Shortly after, Xiao Yan was pulled into the ancient Dragon Island matter, where he set out to rescue Xiyan. During the process, he used his heavenly flames to refine and stabilize the Dragon Emperor's energy for her. In return, Xiyan rewarded him with the Dragon Emperor's blood essence, one of the purest and most ancient energies in existence. This gift alone pushed Xiao Yan's strength up another step, reaching 5-star Dou Zun. From there, his journey took him to the ancient clan's coming-of-age ceremony, where destiny once again smiled upon him. In the heavenly tomb, he encountered none other than his ancestor, the mighty Xiao Yan. Through this fateful meeting, Xiao Yan not only awakened his dormant Dodi bloodline, but also strengthened his foundation, pushing his cultivation toward the peak of 8-star Dou Zun. This wasn't just a breakthrough, it was a complete transformation of his very lineage. For countless cultivators, such opportunities were the stuff of dreams. But for Xiao Yan, it was just another chapter in his unstoppable rise. By the age of 29, Xiao Yan entered the Space Trade Fair, where he submerged himself in the blood pool and once again advanced, becoming a 9-star Dou Zun. At this point, one might think Xiao Yan would pause and consolidate his cultivation. But no, his enemies gave him no time, and his own heart refused to rest. The Soul Palace was constantly plotting in the shadows, forcing him to chase strength relentlessly. So he entered the wild ancient domain, a place filled with danger and fortune. Here, Xiao Yan pushed himself to the limit, snatching Bodhi hearts, refining his spirit through countless battles, and even experiencing 100 reincarnations that polished his soul and body to perfection. These ordeals didn't just test his strength, they forged his will. From here, he finally reached the absolute peak of 9-star Dou Zun, standing at the threshold of Dou Sheng. But destiny never let him break through in peace. Just as he prepared to ascend, the Soul Palace and the Styx Alliance launched a full-scale assault on the Xingyun Pavilion. The pressure was unimaginable. 3 mighty experts descended: the Thousand Illusions Old Demon, the ancient Nether Saint, and the three heavenly venerables. To make matters worse, Yao Lao had to hold off two half-saints alone, while Medusa and Little Medical Fairy were cornered by the enemy's ferocious masters. The entire Xingyun Pavilion trembled on the edge of destruction. In this moment of despair, Xiao Yan finally made the leap. He broke through to the Dou Sheng realm, shattering the bottleneck that countless cultivators struggled with for centuries. But he didn't just ascend. He refined the Bodhi heart, raising his soul's strength to the late heavenly realm and unleashed a terrifying new level of power. His very first strike as a Dou Sheng shook the continent, the Buddha's wrath of reincarnation. In one devastating move, he annihilated the three heavenly venerables, obliterated the 1,000 illusions-old demon, and forced the ancient Nether Saint into a terrified retreat. The only downside? The sheer force of his breakthrough completely destroyed the Xingyun Pavilion. Mu Qingluan, who had been peacefully constructing buildings, nearly lost her mind. She had already been frustrated when Xiao Yan's earlier breakthroughs caused destruction, but this time the entire pavilion was leveled. Though she cursed him angrily, one can imagine she also felt a hidden pride. After all, with a backer like Xiao Yan, a man who turned calamity into opportunity, who would ever dare to threaten Xingyun Pavilion again? And so, from Dou Zun to Dou Sheng, Xiao Yan took only 3 short years. For most cultivators, this was an impossible dream. Dou Zun experts could remain stuck for centuries without a shred of progress, but Xiao Yan blazed through with astonishing speed. Was it too fast? Perhaps, but every step of his journey was accompanied by mortal danger, fierce battles, and gambles that could have cost him his life. His breakthroughs weren't gifts. They were victories wrestled from the edge of death. That is why Xiao Yan's path is unique. He wasn't just blessed with luck, he had the courage to risk everything when opportunity appeared. Others might have died 100 times in his place, but he survived, he triumphed, and he ascended. From Dou Zun to Dou Sheng, his story is nothing less than a legend written in fire and blood. So what do you think? Was Xiao Yan's rise too fast, or was it the perfect embodiment of a destined protagonist? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay tuned, because the journey of Xiao Yan doesn't end here. His true peak still lies ahead. And that's where we'll wrap up for today's discussion. Xiao Yan's path from Dou Zun to Dou Sheng wasn't just about speed, it was about daring to challenge fate itself. Every step was dangerous, every breakthrough came with enemies lurking in the shadows. But that's exactly what makes his journey so inspiring. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next deep dive into Battle Through the Heavens. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Xiao Yan's 3-year rise to Dou Sheng was too outrageous, or exactly what a protagonist should be? Drop your answers in the comments and let's discuss. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.